Hi, Nikki Duffy here. Yes, I just wanted to come on quickly and talk a bit about Foundation. So Foundation is a 4-day class by using the Access Consciousness tools. Hi, thanks for joining me live. I'm just talking about Foundation. So the Foundation class is a 4-day class where we do a deep dive into these amazing tools of access consciousness. And one of the beauties about the 4-day class is that you do get that 4-day immersion, and there's something magical about using and learning and discussing and being facilitated around the tools of access consciousness. There's something about doing it over those 4 days that really that is transformational. So you might have heard about some of the tools. The chances are you've already done an access bars class, the 1-day class from access bars, where you learn the various points on the head, and that's the prerequisite to the foundation. So if you haven't done that and you like the idea of doing foundation, then in these times of not being able to touch each other and get too close to each other, just message me, and there are some different options at the moment for bars, but really it's foundation that I wanted to talk to you about. Hi. So foundation, it's something where you get to really go deep with the tools and really get a sense of how to use them and when to use them and how to apply them in your life to really create the change and create the transformation that you desire. So why particularly now? So when I first did my foundation, when was it? I did my first foundation in 2015, and I was very new to the tools of access consciousness, and I loved the bars. The bars would really sort of intrigue me and interested me, and I loved the way that you literally just had to lie back and receive, and you didn't have to because before I'd done EFT, and you had to, and I'd been an EFT practitioner and a advanced clinical hypnotherapist as well. So when I had clients before that, when I had clients coming in, you had to talk to them about what their issues were and really get them to tell you at least something about their issue, so you could then use their words to tap it out, or use their words to like take them through a hypnotic trance and clear it that way. But the wonderful thing about the bars is you didn't need to dig deep into their trauma or the upset or anything like that. They just lay back and received, and I loved that. So that's the first my first introduction to access. And then I loved that, and I grasped the bars with both hands, and very quickly became a bars facilitator, taking 3 classes, but 3 access bars classes to do it. And then the next one, my friend who'd introduced me to the bars said, "Oh, well, the next thing you do is you take a foundation." Now, I wasn't really that sure that I wanted to take a foundation. Wasn't sure that I wanted to do 4 full days, and I thought I thought the price was a bit much, and so that was my first foundation, and something made me just like go beyond those reservations and just give it a go. She said if you hate it after the first at lunchtime on the first day, you can just get your money back, and you don't have to come to the rest of it. So it's like, okay, I'll give it a go. And my first foundation, it was a bit of a blur. It was some of the tools are really interesting, and like it really surprised me that things could be. I was like, what, it can be that easy. That's all I need to do to change this thing that's been like massive pain for me for so long, you know, massive frustration and massive block in my life for so long, and you're telling me it can be this simple and this easy to just, you know, use these tools in this way and change it. And that was like, really? um and part of that was like, really, yeah, that's really exciting that it's that quick and that easy. And another part was like, I don't really believe it can be that quick and that easy. So my first foundation was a bit sort of like here and there, you know. Some of the things were great, and I really really got it and was really grateful for it, and applied it immediately in my life and saw instant changes. And then other things, it's like, not so sure about that. Maybe I wasn't quite so ready to change that element. Maybe that's part of what it was, and that's okay. You know, it's the beauty of foundation is it gives you that foundational tools, like a whole toolbox of foundational tools. Hi, good to see you. Thanks for joining me live. I'm afraid I can't see your name, so yeah. But so we're talking about the foundation. It gives you those foundational tools, and then it's up to you how you use them and how much you use them and what you apply them to. So if you're not ready to change something, then don't change it. You know, that's fine. There's no like, right, now you've got the tools, you have to this and you have to. No, you go at your own pace and you do things at your own, you know, in ways that work for you. So it wasn't really until my second foundation that I really got it, and I was like, yes, I'm ready to go now. I'm ready to change this. I'm ready to, you know, ask my questions. And I had lots of questions then. You know, my first foundation, I wasn't too keen to ask any questions. I was more sort of sit back, arms crossed, not sure about this kind of thing, like prove it to me, you know. But the next foundation, I really started to fly with the tools. I really got the, you know, it's like, okay, this is my time. This is my 4 days. What do I want to change? So, you know, now now is the time that we eat, now more than ever. That's what I wanted to say. Now more than ever, these tools are vital to really support you and help you to create the reality that you desire to live. You know, now in these like strange corona times, where everything is just so different, and where, you know, so many countries are on lockdown, including the UK, and like things are just so different. Now more than ever, these tools are gold dust, and having the facilitation of how to apply them in your life and when to use them, and, you know, which ones to use in which cases. Sorry, my arm's getting a bit, I'm changing arms. Yeah, which tools to use when. And also, one of the fabulous things about the Access Foundation is they have some really potent body processes, which are fabulous, particularly in these strange coronavirus times. And one of the body processes, particularly, is great for boosting your immune system. You may be familiar with it, you may have heard about it, MTVSS. And, you know, in foundation, in the 4 days of foundation, we go through like teaching you all the different hand positions of MTVSS. And hey Mary, good to see you, thanks for the hearts. And, you know, we really go deep into the body process tools, and the other tools as well, and how to combine the tools to whatever it is you're looking to change, whatever it is you're looking for transformation with. Foundation The Class Foundation has the tools for that, and over the 4 days, it's such a fabulous process that it works on so many levels, and some levels are really like subtle undercurrents, and some levels are more in your face, and others are more like dynamic, and you just get it, and it wow, can it really be that easy? Can I really use that in that way and change this? And it can be really exciting. So the foundation, there's a lot of us doing them online now. So my next foundation class is coming up on the 10th of April, and we're doing it online, and it's very exciting that it's online as well. And because then you get the recording as well of all of it, and you get to like go over it. And because sometimes when we're in the midst of it and asking our questions and like learning the tools and all of that, it goes in on a certain level, and then you kind of like, oh, what I meant to, what so you got the recordings when it's on Zoom. And so I love foundation. And if you have any questions about coming to my foundation, or maybe finding a different one that's in a time zone that works for you. So I'm in the UK, so my time zone will be 10 a.m. UK time for 4 days, over the Easter. So we start on Good Friday, April the 10th, and go over those 4 days of Easter. And so we're doing it online, and I think that is an extra gift in these particularly strange times. And you can in the 4-day foundation, you get to ask your questions about anything at all. It's like your own personal facilitation class. There'll be a few of us there, and each person's question contributes to the next, and you will get to be able to ask your questions and bring up your stuff, and anything that you've got that hasn't been working for you that you really desire to change, you'll be able to get facilitation on that, and you'll be able to get the tools to that can dynamically change it. So that's a little bit about foundation, and I will be coming on more regularly and talking to you about foundation and the different things that I particularly love about foundation. And if you have any questions, then put your questions in the comments. And and if you'd like to message me privately if you have any questions or any concerns about how it might work for you, and if it really is relevant to you, then feel free to message me. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.